serve for BC to get us started in game 2. BC wins the first set 25-22 over AVC. Renegades looking to move to 2-1 in Western State Conference play. Hernandez, the set, and the kill for Heathcott. She had 3 kills in the first set, did Darian Heathcott. And there's another one. She also had a block and an ace. And Mackenzie Hernandez actually led the Renegades with 4 kills as a setter. On the other side, 3 kills apiece for Hannah Douglas, and Mariah Tatum led the way. And an ace for Pope off the hands of Bailey Green. So a good start to the second set for BC. They had a good start to the first, up 5-1. That lead eventually dissolved and became an AVC 20-17 lead, but then BC winning 8 of the final 10 points of that set to take it home and put it in the win ledger. And again, an ace. Tago that time couldn't handle the spin. A lot of top spin on that Hannah Pope serve. Doesn't look like a whole lot of fun to return. Nothing BC here in the second. Again, it spins off Tago's hands, and it's another ace. Couldn't track it down. 3 in a row for Hannah Pope. And the Renegades starting to feel it a little bit early here in the second set. And AVC, I think, will be in some trouble if they have to make a large comeback in this match because they don't have a deep bench. They have 1 available player on their bench. Couple of injuries and a small roster to begin with. Big hit that time from Green.
Great dig by Pope.
And Pope dug it up. She doesn't get the ace this time, but BC gets another point on the Genesis Enriquez kill. It is 5-0.
Hannah Pope's not doing anything real fancy there. She's just putting some good spin on that ball.
And she's spinning it in and putting it in a spot where it's got to be dealt with.
That was almost out.
That might have been out, but AVC felt like they had to play it. Enriquez, another hit off the block, but dug up nicely by Tatum.
Free ball.
BC will get a shot here.
Nice pass.
Hernandez to Heathcott. How often have we called that? It's another kill for Darian Heathcott.
Kind of had to adjust a little bit there.
But she saw the open spot on the floor, didn't she? And she
Absolutely.
did not miss. And that is, after only 3 in the first set, now 2 in the second for Darian Heathcott. So her kill total is rapidly rising. It's 6-0. We're talking about soccer. It's 6-0 here in the second.
Problem serve.
And another Hannah Pope ace.
Well, you know, that's one of those ones where I almost say that's a passing error because that should have been passed correctly, and it ended up going who knows where.
So, you know, touchdown BC, I guess. We haven't been able to call that too often at Memorial Stadium, but 7-0 they lead here in volleyball in the second set. Set wide, Green hits. Pope again there, playing some good D. This was a sloppy game early, and one team has cleaned up its mistakes, and that's BC, and that's why they're starting to pull away after winning game 1. Heathcott. Yes, she did. Right inside the line.
Great sequence there. A great dig, a great pass, a great set, a great kill.
8-0 BC in the second set after they won the first 25-22, and that probably an overdue timeout for Antelope Valley College coach Mark Cruz.
I would have called it at 6-0 because they were so rattled there.
I might have called it at 4 after 3 straight aces. I know it's early, but at some point it worked in the first game when he called an early timeout and they were able to turn things around. But you're looking at an 8-point deficit now. Even if you start playing well, that's difficult to come up with.
Coming up this weekend on B-Varsity Live, we have the preview show with you and Trevor.
2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah. Are we doing volleyball tomorrow?
I believe we're going to try, right? Centennial and Liberty.
We're not doing it?
Yeah, it's Centennial.
Oh, Centennial, okay. I thought you said no. Don't touch me.
Centennial and Liberty, a big prep volleyball match.
And football, we're going to do our first South game of the season.
That would be Friday night, 7 o'clock.
By the way, I heard today that Kerry Mills, the South coach, His father is an excellent chiropractor.
Oh, well then. Kerry Mills and his
nephew is my eye doctor.
Kerry Mills Rebels will be facing the Highland Scots on Friday night on Bakersfield.com. That's B-Varsity Game Night. You can catch it on Bakersfield.com or ESPN Radio 12:30 a.m. Pope still serving. The Pope is presiding here for BC. Her 9th straight point to serve to start this second game. Almost an overpass. Douglas did a good job just to keep it in play, but it goes outside the antenna. And another point for BC. (9-0). So a close first game, and this second game looking like a runaway right now. Dug up by Pope. She's collecting digs and aces by the boatload here. And another kill that time for Genesis Enriquez. Number 10 gets point number 10 for BC.
I haven't really called her name that much, but she's been very active and a nice swing there on that right side.
5'9" middle blocker out of East Bakersfield High School. Really just down the road from BC. From the back row, that's entering the game, Giselle Navarro. She was listed as injured, but she is playing now out there. Number 4, and it eventually winds up as Antelope Valley's first point of game number 2, 10-1.
That was a long, painful sequence for Antelope Valley where they just had one error after another.
Lauren Devine serving for the Marauders. Enriquez a little too aggressive there and hits it long. So after 10 straight for BC, a couple in a row now for AVC. Devine serving, smartly let go by Lorena Ramirez, and it is a service error, 11-2 BC. Ramirez will now serve. Overpass, kill.
Nice. Romero was there.
Heads up play there. As you said, Kayla Romero, one of the few non-locals, in fact, the only non-Kern County product on this BC roster.
Espanola Valley High School, out of where, Zach?
Espanola Valley, clearly. I'll find out for you. How's that? Or do you know?
I don't know. Enriquez with the
overpass. Heathcott hit the line.
Yep.
That's what she will do. She has 6 kills in this match now.
This is such a huge lead in this sport now.
Yeah, with Raleigh scoring, you're absolutely right. Espanola Valley is out of Espanola, New Mexico.
That's what I thought maybe.
You know, I knew that was a school in New Mexico. I just sort of assumed that there was one in California and that it wasn't. I grew up in New Mexico. In fact, I have wrestled matches at Espanola Valley High School. What might have been one of my few victories, in fact, if you'll believe that.
I thought you were a tennis player.
I did that as well. 14-2 BC with a 12-pack of a lead here.
Nice swing, great dig.
That was a big swing by Green, but a better dig by Pope, but she couldn't get to that one. It's a point for AVC. Antelope Valley now down 14-3, another football score. Be an interesting story. We'll have to ask Miss Kayla Romero, how does one get from Espanola Valley, New Mexico to Bakersfield College?
Nice dig. A little touch.
Big hit that time for Green. She's had some nice swings over there. That one goes off the block for a point. 2 in a row for AVC. And it is 14-4 BC here in the second game, with the Renegades leading it after a 25-22 Game 1 victory. Spun a little too much that time by Hannah Douglas. 15-4 Renegades. And the kill for Green. So as we said, you know, after that 8-0 lead, or really after a 10-0 lead, AVC has played BC even. But as you said, Lewis, you just can't dig yourself that kind of a hole with rally scoring. You almost have no hope. The Renegades resume action back here Friday night at home at the Gil Bishop Sports Center against West LA. Next week, a road swing. Big hit from Heathcott, but she missed. The road swing will take them to Citrus and Canyons next week.
Probably a very difficult road trip.
And then it even continues the following Wednesday at Glendale. So a 3-game road swing before they return home for a rematch with Santa Monica. And that road swing could define the league season for the Renegades. Right now, they'd like to get a weekly sweep of AVC and West LA and go from there. Be at 3-1 in the league. Hernandez with a nice swing, but a better dig from Bailey Green. Answered by Lorena Ramirez on the other end. And Darian Heathcott says, let's finish this. And she does. Big hit.
That was probably Heathcott's most impressive kill of the night from a sort of a swing perspective.
Now Heathcott serving. She serves wide. Almost get the feeling BC is just willing to trade points here. As long as they're getting their side outs, they'll cruise to a victory here in game 2. We've seen it time and again, though. If a team down big in a game can at least make a run to make things close, sometimes that carries over to the next game. That's out.
That's close.
Hernandez thought she had it, but it's called out. It's 16-8 BC.
We have Heather Mullen in the game from Kern Valley High School. One of the Bronx. They're going to go right side to
Hernandez, who just kind of slapped at that ball. Now they try Leslie Gutierrez, who's in the game out of Delano. Quick back and forth action there, eventually ended by a...
Yeah, they're going to call an over.
Over the net, yeah, on AVC. And so that will give the point to BC. They lead at 17-8. If you're wondering how Darian Heathcott got to her state lead in kills, she opened the year, by the way, with only 9 in a match against Mount San Jacinto. Of course, that was a sweep for BC. But she has had some big games. That's the only game in which she's been in single digits in kills. Tonight she's got 7 so far. From the back row, a kill for Heather Mullen. Lead back to 10 for BC. Heathcott had 24 in a loss to Cyprus. She had 23 in a win over Chaffee, 22 in a 5-set loss to Santa Barbara, 20 in a 5-set loss at San Diego Mesa. Block there, and it's stuffed to the floor by Mackenzie Hernandez and Brittany Aguilar, the freshman out of Bakersfield Christian. 19-8. But Darian Heathcott's season high 30 kills. That came against Golden West in a 5-set victory. She's not going to get anywhere near that tonight, we don't think.
Mullen too hard on that left side.
19-9 BC here in the second set. They won the first 25-22. Here's Mullen getting another chance, and that was beautiful touch by Heather Mullen. And this kind of partial B lineup for BC is playing well also, and Carl Ferreira, that'll make him happy.
Well, they're showing that they have a lot of depth. I mean, he's rotated a lot of players in and out of here.
BC started the year, by the way, just 4-7. They've won 5 of 6. The only loss being that at Santa Monica the last time out.
Kill from Mullen. Again, finding those little soft spots in the Antelope Valley defense, 21-9.
BC on a roll here.
Another timeout. Take a quick break here on Bakersfield.com. I'm Louis Amestoy in with Zach Ewing here. You're live from the Gil Bishop Sports Center on the campus of Bakersfield College.
One thing about living in Kern County is all the great schools.
East High! BHS! EC! CSUB!
And no matter what school you go to, there's still one thing.
One thing! One thing!
We can all agree on. Kern Schools is the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our new auto rates as low as 1.24 APR up to 48 months or 1.74 up to 66 months. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
Welcome back to Bakersfield College on Bakersfield.com. This is BC Volleyball. The Renegades in control of this one against Antelope Valley College, winning a tight first set 25-22. They won 8 of the final 10 points of that first set to come back for a victory, and they've really just kept it going here in the second, Lewis. They've won 21 of the 30 points here in this second set, so add it all together, and BC has really controlled things over the last 40 points in this match.
Anna Pope did a great job of getting things started for the Renegades with serving 9 points to start things off here early on.
Now serving for BC is Mackenzie Hernandez.
5'11" setter out of Bakersfield.
She had some really nice games for the Drillers as well. Joust at the net, and it's won by Hannah Douglas. I'm partial to girls named Hannah, by the way.
Yes, you are. You've got one of those.
I do.
One of your many of your children you now have.
And Hannah Douglas gets the point there, 21-10 now. AVC obviously, really, it's almost impossible to come back. The players, that's an ace, right on the line.
I think it almost hit number 3, Lorena Ramirez.
Mariah Tatum getting the ace. She opened this match with an ace, by the way. Seems like a long time ago now, 21-11, but that was, to my point, AVC really, they know that they're not going to win this game. The point here is to try to get some things together, find a rhythm, find some momentum for the third game.
Just run your offense.
Yeah, exactly. Just try to do things better than you've done so far in this game, and they are doing things a little bit better, and they paid off again there with a Bailey Green kill. This has been a very even match outside of the 10-0 stretch to begin this second set, which is, other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was the play? But really, it's not like BC is totally dominated here outside of that 10-point stretch.
Nice recovery there on the free ball.
Nice set to the middle, but a better dig by Heathcott. She's not just an attacking player. Has to send a free ball over, though. That might have been an overpass. But again, Douglas able to win a joust at the net. That's 4 points in a row for AVC, and it is 13 serving 21, and Carl Ferrero wants a timeout. I'm guessing that is a timeout he wished he never had to take, but it was 21-10 out of the 21-9 out of the last timeout, and 4 points in a row for the Marauders.
BC's really, they've been sort of inconsistent at times, just kind of running their offense, and this we're seeing that little lull. It's the great thing about this sport, though. I mean, you can get hot, you can get cold here in a hurry, and then you can right things here with a quick timeout.
Absolutely, and what BC wants to do now is finish this game strong, and they would like to take some momentum into the third game and get off to another quick start and have a short night here at the Gil Bishop Sports Center and get ready for West LA on Friday. AVC, obviously, with other plans. If you're just joining us, this is Renegade Athletics on Bakersfield.com. Zach Ewing and Louis Amestoy at the Gil Bishop Sports Center at Bakersfield College. The Gades leading Antelope Valley after a 25-22 victory in Game 1. They are leading Game 2, 21-13.
The number one question around BC these days are, will the football team get off the mat, basically, pick themselves up and win a football game? They're 0-6.
Got 4 more chances, right?
Yep.
4 more chances, 2 at home, 2 away.
They play host to Moore Park College on Saturday, 6 o'clock, pregame show at 5:30 on Bakersfield.com.
And that's homecoming for all you
right?
Renegades listening. from the back row. Nice job by Heathcott to keep her feet in the air until she hit that ball. Otherwise, it would have been illegal. But not a great pass, and then Brittany Aguilar tried to get a little too fancy there. And it is 5 in a row now for AVC as they crawl back within 7 points here. 21-14, another 5 in a row, and they might really have something. 14 serving 21. Good serve. Heathcott spins it up, and they will set up a hit from Genesis Enriquez. But AVC just lucky to get this one back over. Back set. Not a strong hit from BC that time, however. Heathcott in the back row. Nice dig by Navarro, who wasn't even supposed to be playing tonight. Finally, the rally ended by Heather Mullen. And BC needed that one. I mean, you still got a sizable lead, but you start to lose a couple more points and you start to feel a little bit of pressure. Instead,
Mullen did a nice job in that stretch there.
Heather Pope coming in now, and this was the rotation where BC gave AVC all sorts of trouble, and it started with Pope serving. 10 in a row to open this game. Overpass, but spun back to the BC side of the net.
Free ball and a bad pass.
And now here comes another free ball for BC. Maybe not. A back row attack. Both sides scrambling a little bit. And now Enriquez. It is out. Point AVC. 22-15. I'd say the Marauders have gotten some momentum here. Even if they don't win this game. Heathcott out again. It's 22-16.
Well, it's just weird how they BC kind of gets out of a rhythm with their passing. Nice.
Beautiful dig by Hannah Pope. And another nice one by Lorena Ramirez as BC playing some good D here. That rolled off of the finger, it looks like, of Lakaira Brodus. The linesperson said it was in. It was clearly not in, but I think it hit Brodus on the way out, so it's a point for BC. Two points away now are the Renegades from closing a game that they've been in control of, and now it's going to be a game point. 24-16. From the back row, Green hits. Chance for BC to end game 2 here. Off the block, dug up nicely by Ramirez.
A big dig by Pope.
Pope answers on the other end and the dump.
Nice.
Mackenzie Hernandez has scored points in a lot of ways so far tonight. She gets the dump kill to end the second set, 25-16 in favor of BC. And the Renegades lead Antelope Valley College 2-0 here on Bakersfield.com.
We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more here on Bakersfield.com. This is BC Athletics.